Hi everyone, today's flow is an energizing flow for when you're short on time. So with that being said, we'll get started on our backs whenever you're ready. So lying on your back, beginning how we usually end in Shavasana. Just letting all of your limbs go out long. Allow your back body to sink into the mat. Just take a moment to let go here. Take a couple of deep breaths to come into this space. Bring your awareness to your breath, your body, your practice. Your belly rises as you inhale and falls as you exhale. Maybe bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart to really feel that movement of the breath in the body. Let's take 3 lion's breaths here to begin class. Inhaling through the nose, and when you exhale, let the breath go out the mouth and stick out the tongue. Inhale. 2, inhale. Really exaggerating the out breath. Last inhale. And just put your tongue back in your mouth. Take your left leg just out long into the center of the mat and take your right knee in towards your chest. Give it a little squeeze. Roll out the ankle here, drawing a couple circles in one direction, and then taking those circles in the opposite direction. And then as you're ready, you'll grab behind the right thigh and just extend the right leg up to the sky. Flex the foot, reaching the toes towards the face. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg. And then point the toes up to the sky. Notice how the stretch transfers to the front of the leg. Do that a couple more times. Just waking up the right leg. Not too much grounding today. We're going to get pretty much right into our flow. And then from here, just bring your left palm to your left thigh and take hold of the inside or the outside of the right foot for a half happy baby. Focus on pulling the right knee in towards the armpit. Again, you can draw some circles here with the knee or the ankle, lubricating the hip. And take those circles in the opposite direction. And we'll find a quick twist. Using the left hand to guide the right knee over the left leg, send the right arm out long and your gaze will follow. This is more of an energizing practice for when you're short on time, so you can keep your gaze soft here instead of closing the eyes. One more breath. Beautiful, and then come back through center, give that right knee one more squeeze, and then send it out long and switch out the legs. Hug the left knee into the chest. Roll out the ankle, drawing a couple circles clockwise and a couple circles counterclockwise. I'm getting some cracks here. And then same thing on this side. We'll grab behind the left thigh, reach the left leg directly up to the sky, and focus on really straightening that leg as much as you can. Start by flexing the toes towards the face, stretch the calf, pull the leg a little bit closer to you, stretch the hamstring, and then point the toes directly up to the sky, stretch the front of the leg. Just do a couple rounds, flexing and pointing. And then take the right hand to the right thigh, grab onto the inside or the outside edge of the left foot and find that happy baby. Again, you can draw some circles, lubricate the hip, you can stay in stillness. This is your practice. I'm just here to offer options. And then take your left leg in your right hand and gently guide the left knee over the right leg. Take your gaze towards your left fingertips. Feel a nice stretch in your outer left hip as you twist. And then come back through center. Take both of the knees into the chest. Take a couple rocks side to side. And then take your rocks up and down the length of the mat. Make them small at first, just rocking on a few vertebrae. And then gradually start to make them a little bit bigger. And eventually, you'll build enough momentum to come all the way up to a tabletop position. Crossing the legs, planting the hands underneath the shoulders. Maybe find a round or two of cat-cow here. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. Lifting the hips, creating that upside down V shape. Think about twisting open 2 jars of pickles in opposite directions with the hands, rotating the arm bones. Reach your heels towards the ground, even if they don't touch, just let them melt in that direction. And then lift your right leg just a couple inches off the ground. Take the right foot to the outside of the left foot. Bend the left knee as much as you can and try and reach that right heel towards the ground. Again, stretching out the right calf. Maybe find some pulses here. Check that there's even weight in both of the hands. And then come back through center. Again, let the heels melt down towards the mat. And then lift the left leg just a couple inches. Take it to the outside of the right foot. Bend the right knee and reach the left heel down to the ground. Maybe pulsing or staying in stillness. And move back through center when you're ready. Downward facing dog. Keeping your legs and your arms long and strong. Take your gaze towards your fingertips. And one vertebrae at a time, we're going to roll forward into a high plank. Starting with the low back, the mid back, the upper back. And eventually, your shoulders will stack over your wrists. Press the mat away from you with both the palms and the balls of the feet. Breathing here, building heat right away. We'll stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, listen closely. Drop the right elbow and drop the left elbow. And you're in a forearm plank. So again, you're still pressing the mat away, this time with the elbows and the balls of the feet. Forearms are parallel to one another. Keeping your gaze towards your fingertips, neck is long. And again, we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, Sphinx pose, lower the belly down, untuck the toes. Reach the elbows towards the ribs, even if they don't actually move. And pull your chest through your bicep. Maintaining lots of length and space in the low back here. Neck is long. Breath is smooth and even. A few breaths here. And then from here, we'll find some Sphinx lifts. So you can stay in this static Sphinx pose if this stretch feels nice. If you want to come with me, you're going to press into the arms and the tops of the feet and come into a forearm plank. But for this forearm plank, you're on the tops of the feet. Hold for a second, pull your belly button in and up, and then lower back down, Sphinx pose. Let's do that 5 more times. Lift, hold for 3, 2, 1, lower down. Breath in, breath out. Lift, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Breath in. Breath out. Lift. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Breath in. Breath out. 2 more. Lift. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. And last one. Lift. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Lower down. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Come all the way down to the forearm, to the forehead. Bring the big toes to touch, squeeze the elbows together. Take an inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra, nice energizing back bend here. Exhale, lower down. Final one, inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Adjust if you need to. And we'll come into our first standing sequence. On your inhale, lift your right leg just to hip height. Keep that right hip square down to the ground. One more breath in here. And on your exhale, bring your right knee in towards your nose and really slowly step the right foot in between the hands, rising up, crescent lunge. So take a moment to get set up here in your crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your hips. And then bend your left knee so it hovers just a couple inches above the mat. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Keep your pelvis nice and neutral, your hips nice and still. And then from here, see if you can move nothing but straight in the back leg. Really strong through the back leg and the front heel. Maybe lift your fingertips up to the sky. Maybe your palms come to touch. Shoulders are relaxed. 3 deep breaths. Bring your hands back to your hips. Straighten both of the legs and step your left foot in just a couple inches. So your feet are still on train tracks and your left toes are facing the top left corner of the mat. Right hip back, left hip forward. And then we'll find reverse prayer, so bring your hands to prayer behind your back or grab onto opposite elbows if that feels better. Take an inhale, reach the crown of the head up. And on your exhale, hinge at the hips to fold forward for pyramid pose. We've already stretched the back of the right leg a little bit, so see if you can come a little bit deeper in this posture. With every inhale, your spine lengthens. With every exhale, you twist a little, fold a little bit deeper. Keep pulling that right hip back. Take 2 more breaths. Release the hands from the back. Bend the right knee as much as you need to frame the front foot and lift the left toes up to the sky. Find a standing split. You can challenge your balance here. Grab onto the ankle with one or both hands. Really reach your forehead down towards the shin. For 3, for 2. On 1, bend the right knee and gently step the left foot back as far as you can. Coming back to your crescent lunge, rising up when you're ready. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, just twist to the right, squeeze the inner thighs together. And if this feels good, you can hook the left elbow and the right thigh. And use that leverage of arm against thigh and thigh against arm to twist a little bit deeper, stacking right shoulder over left. And stay in this twist. Just take your gaze to your right big toe. We'll step forward to a twisted chair. So lots of weight in your right heel. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Twist a little bit deeper. Inhale here. And then exhale, come through center and fold forward. Couple breaths. Maybe bending one knee at a time. And then as you inhale, we'll come up to standing, but we'll bring the right leg with us, bringing the right knee into the chest. Open up that right hip. And then we'll find tree pose, right foot to the inner left thigh. Know that the shin or the ankle is also an option. Bring your hands to your heart or grow your tree. 5 breaths. Final breath here. And then bring your hands back through heart center. Bring your right knee back into the chest. Step the right foot down. And we'll vinyasa to rinse that out. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift up halfway. And then plant the hands, step back to your high plank. Lower down to your low plank for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take that on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg just up to hip height. Keep that left hip square towards the ground. One more inhale. And then nice and slow, bring your left knee in towards your chest and step the left foot in between the hands. Rising up, crescent lunge. Again, bring your hands to your hips. Lower that right knee so it hovers just above the mat. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward, keeping your pelvis neutral and your hips still. Just straighten that back leg. And then reach the fingertips up. Maybe the palms come to touch. Breathe deeply for 3, for 2, 1. Bring your hands back to your hips. Straighten both legs. Step the right foot in just a couple inches. Left hip still pulls back. Reverse prayer or grab opposite elbows. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge and fold. Think nose or forehead to shin. Your inhales are lengthening your spine. Your exhales are allowing you to fold a little bit deeper. That belly button pulls in towards the spine, creating space for your fold. Just a few here. As you're ready, you'll release the fingertips to frame the left foot. Start to bend into the left knee and reach the right leg up to the sky, finding your standing split, still staying folded over that left leg. Again, you can challenge your balance. Bring one or both hands around the ankle, even if it's just for a second. Take one more breath here. And then bring a bend back into the left knee and step the right leg all the way back, finding your crescent lunge once more. Inhaling to lift up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Preparing to twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Just the torso. Squeeze the inner thighs. And if you feel good here, bring your right elbow to your outer left thigh. And again, use that leverage to twist even deeper, stacking left shoulder over right. Deep breaths. And then staying in this twist, bring your gaze to your left big toe. We're going to step the right foot forward to a twisted chair. Holding here. And then coming back through center. I'm going to move back so I don't hit my island. And folding forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold again. We're going to come all the way up to standing, but this time you'll take the left knee with you, bringing it into the chest, opening up that left hip. Find your variation of tree pose. Foot to the inner thigh, foot to the shin or the ankle, hands to the heart, or grow your tree. Three more breaths. And as you're ready, bring your hands back through heart center. Take the left knee back into the chest, and then step the left foot down to meet the right. And we'll find Malasana, so your feet will come out wide. Toes out, heels in, inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down, squatting into your Malasana, your yogi squat. Your elbows will come to the inside of the knees, pressing knees into elbows and elbows back into knees. The chest is proud. Take some rock side to side here, make this playful. And then plant your right hand outside your right foot. Equal weight still in both feet. Lift your left fingertips up to the sky, open twist. And then come back through center, rock side to side. And take it to the other side, left hand outside of left foot, right fingertips reach up, open twist. And then come back through center. You can stay in Malasana, or you can play with an energizing arm balance crow pose. So for crow pose, you can keep the feet where they are. Just plant the palms, lift the hips up to the sky. Maybe find a quick forward fold. So plant the palms completely, bend the knees as much as you need to do that. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit closer. And the idea here is to create a shelf with your elbows. So you're bending your arms almost like chaturanga arms, and you're bringing your knees up to your elbows or your triceps. You really want to keep your gaze forward and send your heart forward. So your weight will really come into your fingertips. So to prep for crow pose, you can practice just bending the knees, maybe lifting one leg, maybe lifting the other leg. You can stay here and just alternate lifts. Maybe eventually you get one leg completely off the ground. Maybe the other one follows. And maybe if you've been working on crow for a while, you shift your weight forward and get both legs off the ground in and around the same time. And when you're ready, step back to your high plank or shoot it back through a vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ready, downward facing dog. Drop the knees, find a child's pose. Bring the forehead to the mat. Sink the hips to the heels. Massage your third eye center. Come back to your breath. And then as you're ready, we'll meet in a seated position, sending the legs out long in front of you. finding a forward fold. So keep the legs out nice and long. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. So grab the big toes with the peace sign fingers, even if you need to bend the knees to do that. Keep your spine nice and long, your gaze forward. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, make your way back to seated. Take a breath here just to reset. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach up. Round two, exhale, hinge and fold. This time grabbing the outside edges of the feet. Again, bend the knees as much as you need to in order to do that. Inhale to look up halfway. Keep your gaze nice and long. And then exhale, maybe this time you round forward slightly. Tucking the chin to the chest. Letting the head and the neck be slightly heavier. Just take two more breaths here. Excellent, and then when you're ready, come back through seated. Plant your palms, fingertips face the feet, just outside of your hips here. And then bring the feet to the floor. We're gonna find a reverse tabletop position. So press into the hands and the feet, lift the hips, the head can go back if it's comfortable in the neck, or you can just keep the gaze up to the sky. And again, we'll find 3 lion's breaths. So inhales are through the nose, exhales are through the mouth, and you stick the tongue out. Inhale here. Again, inhale. Last time, inhale. And then slowly lower down. Crossing the feet and just finding a seated position. You can face the top of the mat. I'm going to face the long edge of the mat. Bring your right hand outside of your right hip. Lift the left fingertips up and over the head. And then with the left fingertips, draw a line across the horizon until the left hand plants outside of the left hip and the right fingertips reach up to the sky. Do that a couple more times, moving with the breath. Side body stretch to the right and to the left. And you'll come back through center whenever you're ready. We'll finish out our practice today with an energizing breathing exercise, alternate nostril breath. So if you've never done it before, we're going to use our right hand, specifically our ring finger and our thumb on the right hand. So the idea here is to focus the mind, to focus the attention on the breath, and to kind of find this equilibrium in the body. So you're going to breathe in through the left nostril and breathe out through the right nostril. And then you'll breathe in through the right nostril and breathe out through the left nostril. So just imagine that without using your fingers to begin. Sit up nice and tall. Imagine the breath going in the left nostril and going out the left nostril, right nostril. And then back in the right nostril and out the left nostril. Good, now let's add in the fingers. So your thumb will be used to close off your right nostril, and your ring finger will be used to close off your left nostril. So close off your right nostril with your thumb. Take an inhale through the left nostril. Pause at the top, close off the left nostril, open the right, and send the breath out the right nostril. The right nostril is still open, so breathe in through the right nostril. I probably sound really weird right now. Close off the right nostril, open the left. Breathe out through the left nostril. In through the left. Close it up, out through the right. Keep it going, you'll find your rhythm. Maybe just keep your gaze soft instead of closing the eyes. Find one more full round. You'll end by breathing out through the left nostril. Remove the right hand from the face. Breathe in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring your hands to heart center and bring your thumbs to third eye center, the spot right in the middle of the forehead, in between the eyebrows. Keep the thumbs and the pinkies touching and peel the three middle fingers away from each other, creating an opening to let the light in. Remember, there is always light to be let in. Namaste.